Get started. I know a few more people are still popping in, so I'll give it just another second here, and I'm going to go ahead and start talking about Google My Business. So, um, for a lot of folks, they're like, "I want more business. I want more business." This becomes a kind of a constant challenge that a lot of us have, and I've been, you know, instructing, teaching folks for a long time to like, all right, go create a Google My Business. It is a really good source of leads. It's a good opportunity for you, and it's free 99. So I see a lot of benefits with doing Google My Business, but there is a lot of tricks. Maybe tricks is the wrong word, but there's some different systems that we can use to really get the most out of our Google My Business profile. And today we're going to go through and we're going to set up a Google My Business account. We won't have time for it to get verified necessarily right now. And then we're going to go in and we're going to look. I'm going to take you inside our Google My Business account that we use here at the brokerage. I'm going to show you how we look at analytics as well as how we promote the business because whereas real estate professionals, real estate realtors, that kind of stuff are going to be using Google My Business to attract buyers and sellers. We as a brokerage, we use Google My Business to attract realtors and real estate agents, that kind of stuff. Plus, offer support, share what's going on in the offices, things like that. Plus, one of the biggest advantages that you have in utilizing my Google My Business or having a Google My Business page is that you show up on Google Maps. And that is such a big deal. But the reason it's such a big deal, you have to understand is Google My Business or Google in general wants to be hyper local. Google wants to be the go-to when you go in and you put in realtor near me or Mexican restaurant or whatever it is and you're on your phone. Google wants to be that resource for when people are on the go and they just open up their phone, type something in, and so they want to be super hyper local. And the reason that that's so beneficial for us is if you want to be able to show up on Google Maps, then you have to have a Google My Business account. That's where these are tying together here. So in order to get onto Google Maps, you go in and you set up your Google My Business account. Once you have a Google My Business account, now when people are out and about searching that kind of stuff, realtor near me, real estate for sale near me, that kind of stuff, you have a very good chance of showing up in those when people are out searching, looking for folks, that kind of thing. So this is a way that you get your business into Google Maps. And so we're going to kind of walk through that whole process here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to walk through setting up a Google My Business account. Here we go. Computer will work with me here. All right, so everyone hopefully is seeing my big Google screen here for me right here. So when you go and set up your Google My Business account, it's going to try and set it up underneath your Gmail, right? But like I don't, like for this account in particular, like we already have one. So we're going to set one up under a different one. Now, all you have to do is you go in and you change whoever you want to be. So like I'm going to go into Real Estate Backstory, for example, is that we have a separate Gmail account for that one. Once I'm inside Real Estate Backstory, once you have the name of the business that you want to set your Google My Business account up under, it's all tied to a Gmail account. You want to go in there, and then all you're going to do is just go into the Google search bar and type in Google My Business. And then when you go and look at the reviews, you'll go there and you'll see this one thing where it says sign in. Click sign in. And then we end up with the spinny wheel of death going on here, which is super helpful. So it's thinking about it. And so it immediately jumps you into find and manage your business. Now, this is the first roadblock where people come in. They say, oh, I'm going to go put in maximum one. And while I appreciate that you would be looking to help advertise us, that's the brokerage Google My Business. That's not going to do you any good. So you want to go in here and just say, I want to add my business to Google. right? So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put in the real estate. Well, if I can type better anyway. Backstory. And so I'm going to create that for, and then it's going to be, I can come in here and just start typing, but I'm going to put in real estate agency. You can put in multiple ones, but this is going to be your main category that you're going to put in. So you can put real estate agent, real estate agency. I mean, there's so many things in a real estate that real estate agency, real estate agent. But you're normally going to just put in real estate agent for most of us are just going to go and do that. Then you're going to hit next. Again, spinny wheel. Do you want to add a location customers can visit like a store or office? Again, what's our answer? Even though you think, okay, I don't need a storefront, you want to show up in Google, you want to show up in Maps. So yes, I want to do that. And so you hit yes, and you hit next. And it says enter location where customers can visit. So like I'm in the McDonald's, that's 313 Jonesboro Road, right? So this is where I'm at right now. But whatever location that you're in, put that in. I do recommend you use an office location, just out of safety's sake, just because it's a weird, creepy place out there. Use the brokerage address, but use the brokerage address that most clearly represents where you operate in, right? So I mean, if you operate McDonough, use the McDonough office, that kind of stuff. Because remember, Google's trying to be local. Google's trying to be hyper. Some folks, their office address may be nowhere near. You don't want to use an address that doesn't represent where you truly operate in. So once you put your business address, it's going to say, hey, are you this business? So again, we have spinny wheel. And so it's asking me, hey, am I Maxwell & Realty? Am I any of these kinds of stuff? No, I'm none of these, right? You don't have to claim that you're into those. And then do you provide deliveries or home and office visits? So no, I'm not going to do those. So we're not going to do deliveries. We're going to show up on that side of things anyway. And now it's asking for a contact number. So put in your information. And then if I could put in, whoops, helps I can type. If you have a website, you can. If you don't, just hit skip. Not that big a deal. Or put the information in there. Now, do we want to get notifications, updates about your business, those kind of things? I would recommend for most people, yes, I would recommend that you do that. Now, I'm not going to do that today, but I would recommend that you go ahead and get alerts and notifications that when people are engaging on your Google My Business page, it's nice that it sends you reminders and those kind of things. All the branch managers for us manage the Google My Business profile for their particular office, so we don't set it up that way. Now, once you get that, now we have to decide: are we going to get verified, or are we going? So there's things you can do. You can get a phone code. You can get business. You can go out and take a picture of your business and the video on there, kind of thing. It's whatever's going to be work. Obviously, I can't jump on the phone right now while I'm getting in there. But if you have more options, there's a lot of things that you can do on here. Like just to put it in there. But there's other ways to get verified. You can even go old school in here, like when we first set our Google My Business page up, we had to actually have things mailed into us in there. So once you get your verifications squared away, now you want to come in, you want to say, what kind of services do we add or do we want to do? So you can come in here and so you can say, we do first time buyer services. Do you do foreclosed property? Do you do land leasing and sales? Do you do luxury property, new construction sales, new construction services? Do you ever do rentals? Do you work with investors? You just go down and you check all the categories that you see in there. You can also add custom services in here if you choose to. This is another one where it makes sense to put in a lot of services, because what you want is when people are hitting that Google button, you put in there the you want to show up in all those different searches in here. So adding business hours. So there is a debate on business hours. Some folks say that, look, I'm a real estate agent, I'm open all the time. Well, then Google will send you business all the time. But if you don't respond in a timely fashion, that will impact you in the long run. So, you could decide, what days that you are open, close, that kind of stuff. You can even put in times if you want to. Then it's going to ask you to put in a business description, and so I do encourage you to fill out your business description with a good bit of detail. And by detail, I mean keywords. What are things that people are going to be inside Google searching for? Those are the kind of things you want to talk about. Real estate services, the service you provide, your experience, your professionalism, all that kind of thing. You want to be able to build trust with folks. Obviously, I'm not going to go through with this profile because I'm not actually doing it, but you would go and you would put in your entire business description in here for everything that you're doing. Again, spinny wheel up here. Then it's going to ask you to do photos. And so, do you want to do photos? Yes, you absolutely want to do photos. But the trick about doing when you upload photos, please upload photos and make sure that your location services on your phone are turned on, or location services on the photos are turned on. There's a reason for this. Remember, I mentioned earlier that Google wants hyperlocal. Google wants that we are, or they can send people that are actively engaged in whatever business and are actively working in that area. And one thing Google does is they cross-reference the location of the photos that you take. So if you say, this is my physical location, and you take pictures from here near that same place, Google's going to say, okay, they operate here. And when you're out and about, when you upload photos, it's going to pay attention to where those photos are taken. Because remember, Google wants to be hyper local. So we could come in here, add photos. I would encourage you to add photos for sure. So here we go. And then they would love for you to spend some money on here. We're not going to do that either. You can do this and not have to do Google AdWords on there kind of thing. They're going to try and sell you other stuff like that kind of stuff. And then once you go in, then all that will become visible once you get verified. So that's the actual setup part of Google My Business. But that's not where you're really going to start seeing the results from Google My Business. So, the problem is for a lot of people, they go in, they set up a Google My Business account, they put a couple of pictures, sometimes they don't put any pictures at all, and then they just put it out there, and then they say, I haven't got anything out of my Google Business account. Well, if you quit here, you're not going to get anything out of it either, right? The whole basis of this is Google wants people that are hyper local and active. And so if you really want to get the most out of your Google My Business account, then you have to be engaging just as you would any other social platform. You want to do the exact same thing with your Google My Business account. And so where I want to take you now is, see, the thing is that once you have your Google My Business account, anything that you would be posting on your Facebook business account, some of the stuff you'd be posting on your Facebook personal account, stuff you'd be posting, videos you would put to Instagram, offerings that you would make on, any kind of functions and events, those kind of things. Everything needs to go on your Google My Business account or page the exact same way. So once you go in and you get verified, what you'll do is anytime that all you have to do is you want to go up, like once you log in, you'll log in and you'll hit those 9 little buttons up here. And once you've been verified, you can come in here and you'll have this Google Business Profile Manager tab up in the top right-hand corner. When you open that, you're going to get taken to a screen which looks similar to this. Now yours is probably only going to have one on there but we have 6 different locations. So these are our locations in here. And so when you get in here, this is what your main Google Business Profile Manager is going to look like. And so what you want to do is you want to be able to manage your Google My Business, and by manage, like interact with it, engage with your Google My Business account. So if you'll like on here, so I can go in here and edit it through here, but I'm just going to click on see your profile. And so this is the profile for the airport office. And other than the spinny wheel going on here, you can see that immediately it comes up. This is how we're going to show up on Google searches, that kind of stuff. This is all the things that we put in on the original one. Now over here on this left-hand corner side right here, all this only you will be able to see this portion right here on this page. So when we go in here, once I'm inside here, again, now I'm verified, I can come in here and I can click edit profile. And you have the ability to come in, tweak anything, change your descriptions, phone numbers, service areas, all those kind of things if you want to do that. Sorry, clear out of that. Of course, it's fighting me on here. Come on. There we go. Now, you'll notice there's all these different tabs underneath here. So I can edit my profile. I can read reviews, do photos, look at performance, advertise. I can edit the product, services, bookings, Q&A. I can add any kind of updates and ask for reviews. All these are great things that you want to be doing in here. So, of course, we want to be looking at reviews. And so, like when you go in, you click on reviews, this is going to show all the reviews you got. Now, I really do prefer that we put our reviews on our Google My Business page for a couple of reasons. One is I really like that we can kind of better manage. I know a lot of real estate professionals put their reviews on Zillow. And if you choose to engage with Zillow, you can. I just like not giving Zillow any more business than I necessarily have to. So I like being able to put it on my Google My Business page. The other thing is so long as you have over 4.5 stars on your Google My Business page, you're going to get business from your Google My Business page. If you go under 4.5 stars, that's where it's going to get bad, right? You really want to have 4.5 stars or more, because Google says, I want to make sure you're a popular business. I want to make sure you're engaged. I want to make sure you have really good reviews. If you have crap reviews, even one bad review can really throw you off. And in that instance, you've got to go get more reviews, because you have to keep at least 4.5 on there. So you can come in here. You can absolutely engage, and I do believe that it's a really smart move to always engage any reviews. Anyone that gives you a review, please do that. If you do get a bad review, work on it. Like reach out to people, let them see what's really going on. We actually got a bad review that wasn't on us. It was on a completely different brokerage, but they still reviewed us anyway. Now, in there, when you say if you click on the tab that says get more reviews, you're going to get this link right here. This is your magic review link here. This is the link that you want to send out to everyone. You want to be able to email this out. You want to be able to ask your friends, your associates, anybody with a Gmail account. You want to ask for reviews. All right. And then this is all you do. You can put it on Facebook. You can email it out to folks, that kind of stuff. When you're at the closing table and someone's like, oh, I love you so much. I appreciate everything you did. We wouldn't be here without you. Hey, can you go ahead and click on this? And would you go ahead and give me a review right now? I mean, you can do it from your cell phone, that kind of thing. Those are a really big deal. But you want to be able to actively manage and engage on your reviews. You can share that through Facebook and all that kind of stuff in there. But reviews are a really, really big deal. asking for, getting reviews, and responding to reviews. Google pays attention to this. They pay attention when you respond to reviews. Remember, they're looking for businesses that are local, that have at least 4.5 stars and are active. You have to be active. And so answering reviews, those kind of things, getting more reviews shows that you're active to Google. Photos, again, we talked about photos earlier, but you want to be uploading photos quite a bit. If you upload a photo to Facebook or Instagram, upload photos in here. Same kind of thing, you know. We have tons and tons of photos. Now, all of our photos obviously are geotagged to that particular location, but you know, you wouldn't want to like take a trip to South Dakota and put that in your Google My Business page, because that's going to throw, like, Google's like, okay, they're not doing business up here. So try and, again, take photos in the area that is in your trade area, and then upload as many of those photos as you can. You really can't over upload photos here. Again, when you upload photo, what you're showing Google is, I'm engaged, I'm active. They're gonna, you know, like they can tell the activities you're doing, standing in front of a house, those kind of things. It's a really, really great thing for you to try and show that you're active. Performance. We're going to jump back into performance really quick. I'm going to skip it for just a second, because that's kind of, once you're actually up and running, performance plays a big deal. Advertise. I'm not even going to go into advertising, but you could, if you wanted to run Google pay-per-clicks, Google AdWords, that kind of stuff, this is where you could go and do that. I really don't recommend you start that until you've had your Google My Business page up and running and doing really, really well. Before, there's no need to start advertising until, at least in my humble opinion, I wouldn't dump any money into it until you're actually in there engaging and working inside that. Again, you can come in here and you can edit all the products that you offer. Now for us, products are different things, right? But like if you look at what are the products and services, we don't do a lot of products, but we do have a lot of services that we offer. You know, so, you know, do you do buyer agency, selling agency, first time sellers, you know, all those kind of things. So you can come in here and you can put in all the different services that you want to make sure all the services are put in that you have. Bookings, you can book appointments through Google. Now, we use Calendly, and so we provide our Calendly link inside our Google My Business page, but you can have Google do the, you know, book it for you if you want. So you can see this is our Calendly link. For us, it's just easier, and we already have a Calendly account that we've been using, but you can go ahead and you can have them book appointments through your Google Calendar if you utilize that way, or you can use it through other booking tools. Like I said, we use Calendly, but whichever way that is, this is a really nice thing and a really smart thing for you to have turned on, whether you're going to use Google or you're going to use Calendly or something like that. It's so nice being able to have clients, customers, those kind of things that can go in and make an appointment on your calendar with you, because we live off appointments. You can share, I mean, now you can actually share your link with them, those kind of things. So we really like Calendly. We've used Calendly for a number of years, and it's been a really good product for us. We get that kind of set up. But if you don't have it, you can go in there and put it in there. Q&A. Q&A is, there's two things. One, you can actually answer questions if you want to, but you can also ask questions inside your Google My Business page, right? And so you can post questions out here that people, just the general public, people going to your site, that kind of stuff, they can answer. The whole idea here is now you're actually engaging with people. Now, the one of the big things that I do really strongly recommend that you do in your Google My Business page is to add an update. Adding an update on your Google My Business is similar to making a post on Facebook or Instagram, that kind of stuff. So, you know, I can add an update, I can add an offer, I can add an event. So like, let's say I was doing a home buyer seminar, I could put in and add that into an event. Anything that you might make an event. If you were having an open house, that would be an event that I would put in here the same way. So you could come in, you can add an update. Again, we're going to drag a photo. and it could be all sorts of things about what's going on. Hey, had a great closing with Bob and Jane. Put that in the description, that kind of stuff. And do you put and you can add buttons in here. Sometimes you won't put any, but on other things you can put like, I could even offer, hey, complimentary comparative market analysis. Take a picture of you, in front of a computer, that kind of stuff. Say, look, if you'd like to know how much a buyer is willing to pay for your home in today's market, click here. And now you've added an update, but it's also you're offering a service. I mean, there's things, the lines are a little bit blurred more so in your Google My Business page, but you want to come in and you want to do like when you're putting things on your Google My Business page, please come in here and add them as an update into your Google My Business. So if it's on Facebook Business, if it's on Instagram, anything that you're doing like that, come and put it in here. You can put in still photos, you can put in videos, put in a description, put in links. And then you want to, like on a lot of things, I love using the book button. Click here to set an appointment, click here to meet with me, click here to call me. You're going to upload, you're going to have your phone number in there. So all that is super strong and a really effective way to start generating business. Now, I've gone through all that, and I want to talk a little bit about what happens when you go into your performance section. And so we hadn't really been through this yet, but this is the performance section. This is where it says, okay, I can find so much information on performance in here. So what this says is, I've had 606 business profile interactions. If I keep scrolling down, it's going to say, so far we've had 8,722 people have viewed our Google My Business profile. That's 8,700 people that may not, first of all, I haven't spent a penny on here. All right. We've shown up in 5,000 search results and we've not spent a penny. Now, you can also see for people that search for us, 70% of our people are searching for us on mobile, 26 on desktop. Only 2% of people are finding us on maps. As a real estate agent, you're probably going to find a lot more people find you on maps though than find us, because on maps, it's when people are looking for those real estate services when they're out and about. You'll see that as a real estate professional, as a realtor, you will show up on Google Maps much more so than we will. We're a brick and mortar building. Also over here, it's going to say, these are the searches in here, and this is what people found. When people search for us, this is what they found, or we showed up in their search results. Now, what's really interesting is, we're Max One Realtor partners, but the number one search result was realtor. So like, I appreciate that when people are just searching for realtors that we show up on there, but that is, like you can just see that these are all the reasons why when people are out using Google, and they open that search, you can hit search, see more, and you can see all the breakdowns of every single search term that was used for ages on there, kind of thing. So it's really neat because it shows you, okay, this is what people are searching for when they find me. Now I can do more. So like if you see that people are searching for you for real estate agent near me, you want to do posts that talk about, hey, when you're out and about and you hit that real estate agent near me, I'm going to show up and this is how to do it. And it helps you to kind of fill that, like you see where people are searching for you, and then you want to be able to go in and look at that. So in addition to that, I can see how many people have called us. We had 113 phone calls made, to our business profile on here. And so that's pretty strong. I mean, we're getting what, 20 phone calls a month? This is going to be 20 phone calls per office, right? This is only one of our offices. This is not all. This is just one of our office, and we got 22 clicks, 20 clicks, 20 clicks, or 20 phone calls, that kind of stuff. Any kind of bookings that we've had in there. This is how many people have looked for directions for us. And so, of course, we are going to show up more in directions than you will, just because we teach continuing education classes, those kind of things. So, it kind of shows when people are looking for you there. And then this is how many people are clicking on us. These are website clicks. So what this means is website clicks is so important, and it's going to be very important for you as well. What's important for this is these are people that you showed up, your Google My Business profile showed up when they went out searching, and then they clicked on your website. They clicked on the fact that they want to go and engage with you. So for us, we're getting 30, 20, roughly, we're getting about 30 clicks a month where people are going to our website from Google, and we haven't spent a cent. And so you can put in there, what time periods you want, that kind of stuff. But this is really, really strong to be able to go in and put that in. One other thing, a new feature that Google has added, and we are just now getting it into all of our sites right now, and that is you now have the ability to add in social profiles. So now you can add in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can put all those kind of information in there, and just to be able to cross the streams. The more that the more that like people can find you in multiple platforms, the better off it is. So add all your social profiles in there. Again, focus heavily on reviews. Let me stop the share here real quick and just kind of jump into to what's really important here. So the folks who really do well with Google My Business treat it like they would any other social platform. The folks that just set up their Google My Business profile and then just let it sit there and don't do anything, they tend to struggle. If you will spend more time just constantly updating. When you take a photo, share it. And, if you're going to share something on Facebook, share it on there. You should be going into this platform on at least 3 days a week would be really what I kind of recommend. You don't have to spend much time in here, but if you can upload a photo every couple of days, you can put in some events that you're doing. If you're doing an open house, if you're offering, hey, I'm going to be out showing properties this weekend. Do you want to set something up? When you start using your Google My Business profile in that way, Google will reward you. Google wants to be hyperlocal. This is how you capitalize on that. And so it kind of makes it like a big win-win there. So, I hear somebody doing. What questions do you guys have? Because I wanted to kind of first go through and explain everything, but now I wanted to kind of see what questions that you guys have. Yeah, figure out what this thing is doing. Sorry.
I don't know if you guys realize the power behind Google. I mean, everything is pretty much run through Google and searches. They're the dominating search. So any opportunity you can get lead generation from that, I would highly recommend you take some time. Just look at it. And also it's good to look at those review and stats to see how you are doing and what you're doing, whether or not it's working or not, if you're trying to do a specific ad. So it's a lot to take on. I know every week he comes up with different technology. Alan, is this going to be recorded so they can review it?
Oh yeah, this is recorded. This is going to be, this will actually be showing up on Real Estate Backstory. We're making a new series where you'll be able to catch these as well. But, I wanted to be able to go through and explain, this is how you set it up if you haven't. And if you have set it up, this is how you have to start engaging with it. You got to start treating it like a platform you engage with on a more regular basis. That's where the real benefits. We have some folks who are really knocking it dead through Google My Business. So
Well, then I will tell you that
is
I
anybody
have known
not set up?
Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, please.
I have known agents that set up different certain platforms, and what they're doing, that is all they're using for lead, but they're good at it. And so I do encourage you to find a platform you're comfortable with. But I wouldn't definitely skip Google just because they're one of the biggest one out.
Yep. Now I know some of y'all have your Google My Business profile set up, and some of us have not gotten the greatest results out of it. But for those, are we having, have we been actively engaging and using it the same way? Anybody have any other questions? I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of engagement or chat that we can kind of help with here.
Hey, Alan, I just want to say that
Hey,
a lot of
Michelle.
times when you get a lead, when you get a lead from Google, or it's hard to tell how did it come, but what they say is every single time I read your reviews, and I only have 19. I don't know how many they actually read, so it doesn't, 19 is, I'm going to say it's still, you can get something. I have 2 leads right now where the people Googled, I guess, real estate agent, and I came up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would say,
Isn't that great?
and I
I mean,
like your tip about,
I love freedom.
yes, exactly. And so I'm gonna do what you said, though, do more with it. And then I'm sure I can get more. So I appreciate it. And even the social media, because I did not add, I'm looking on here now, I did not add my social media channels.
So anytime you can link anything
Well,
that you have, it will only add to Google's power in search.
that's great, Michelle. Look, any reviews are great, but you do have to be intentional about it. Like, you have to ask people for reviews. Like if anybody wants a review, shoot me an email. I don't care. I'll be glad to do a review for you. For everybody else that's on here, we can help each other out as well. So I know that I think, Michelle, you and several folks kind of got together and kind of helped everybody get jump started on there. And so if you need reviews, email me, email Ming. You can email my broker at max1partners.com. We'll be glad to send us your link. We'll be glad to write a review for you as well. Send it out into Facebook. That's one of my favorite things. You can actually send your review link on a Facebook post, and people, especially people that love you, are going to take care of you. They're going to say really nice things about you. One thing I will encourage you to do when it comes to reviews is you want to encourage your people to tell a story about you. And so, especially if they are true past clients. Now if it's just me and you, I'm gonna say nice things, that kind of stuff. It's going to help you with your over review. But if you have clients, past clients that will give you a review, say, what was your concern before the transaction? What was your result? How did I do? And by asking that, what you get people that tell a story. Everyone loves the stories. They love being able to read the stories on there, kind of thing. So, Jessica, I see a question from Jessica. Jessica says, do I register under my name or my LLC, or does it matter? So, Jessica, what matters is you want to make sure that like that Gmail account that you have set up, that's the account where they're going to email things to. That you want to make sure that that's the account that you use for business, is really that's the one that you want to sign up your Google My Business page through. David, do you have a question? Or Michelle, so somebody jump in.
Oh,
Lanya, I don't care. We're all here for it.
Hey, it's Michelle. I wanted to make a point that if you have an agent or someone review you, it should be from not their business account, because it won't show up a lot of times. So like I have so my personal Michelle Rosser, I use that if I'm going to review someone, because you're right, that's what we did. We got together and we reviewed each other.
Nice. Good tip. Thank you. I see you, Lanya.
Can you guys hear me? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I can hear myself in the office. No, I just wanted to say these are good tips. I am one of those people that have Google My Business and it just sits there. But as of today, I will, begin to put the, pictures on there and just try to interact with it multiple times throughout the week. So I appreciate that. And thank you, Michelle, with that tip, because I've had a couple of realtors actually ask them to put a review on there, and I don't think I see them. So that probably explains why. So thank you, Michelle. That's it.
Very good. Thank you. David, did you have something? So you turn on for a second. Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions, thoughts, concerns, anything that I might be able to assist with in any way, shape, or form? All right. Well, I love y'all very much. If I can be of any kind of service, please let me know. If you guys want reviews, let me know. Please take the time to engage with this platform. Like Michelle says, you can get some good business off here. It doesn't cost you anything. Please, jump in. So thank you guys so much.
Ellen, where can we
And I'll
send
see
if
you
I
next
want to
week. Oh,
if I
yeah.
want to review? I'm sorry, if I want to review, where do I send it for you?
Broker, BROKER, at max1partners.com. And that'll come to both Ming and I, and then we'll both do your review through a personal account.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Absolutely. All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. And we're out.